Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I wanted to share with you another kind of experience or revelation that I got as I talked about before going to that Tony Robbins seminar, The Date with Destiny. Just some things that clicked with me, some of the things that he said that I feel like had a profound impact on me, and hopefully can help you in some way as well. As a software developer and dealing with a lot of software developers, right? And I get a lot of emails, and unfortunately, a lot of the emails are like people in panic states, like not sure what to do, or really distressed, like things have happened, and they're upset about those things. And it's unfortunate because there's this viewpoint, and I've had this viewpoint myself at many times in my life, which is this viewpoint that life is happening to me, and I don't have control over that. And it's when you start to feel like that, you feel powerless. You can get very discouraged. You can get very sad, right? And feel like you don't have control, and that there's nothing good, and it's a bad place to be. But what I would challenge you is, in the concept that I heard that really stuck with me is, what if life is happening for you? What if all these things that you're experiencing, what if you could reinterpret the world and the events that happen in life to be happening for you instead of to you? And to me, this really clicked because I noticed a lot of times in my own experience where I was playing the victim, right? You've heard it said this way before, where I was letting myself be the victim because I was thinking about the things that were happening in my life, and I was thinking about, oh, how sad, oh poor me, right? Because this happened to me, or this thing, and I was very self-focused, right? And you have to be anytime you're playing the victim in that way, and you feel like life is happening to you, you're focusing on yourself and not focusing on other people. But when you change that, when you make that shift and you say, what if life is happening for me instead of to me, then things are a little bit different, right? And how can you do this, right? How can you practically apply this? Well, I'm not going to get too far into some of these concepts, but there's a real simple and powerful thing that you can do, which is to decide the meaning that you apply to events in your life. So different things are going to happen, right? Events are going to happen in your life, and the meaning that you ascribe to them is within your control, right? The same events, I heard some powerful stories about the same events happening to different people. The exact same events are very similar events, and them having two different interpretations of those events. And I'll share a story with you that I heard that I'd actually read in Tony's book, and he had mentioned in the seminar on the stage. But there was essentially this father. He knocked over a liquor store or a convenience store, and he shot the clerk. He didn't mean to shoot the clerk. He wasn't intending to, but in the excitement of the moment, he shot the clerk, killed him. He goes to jail, right? And he's got two boys that are, I don't know, they're fairly young, maybe 10 and 12 years old. I don't remember the exact ages, but anyway, he's got these two boys. And he's got this friend of his that he asked to check on the boys every so often while he's in jail and to see how they're doing. And this friend has been checking on them for some time, and you fast forward into their lives. They're both around 30 years old, and one of the boys, he's gone to jail because at around 30 years old, he went and repeated the pattern. He knocked over a convenience store and he shot the clerk. The clerk didn't die this time, but he went to jail, and his life was messed up. He just always had trouble. You could see he was going this direction. The other boy, he started working, got a successful job working for IBM, and he had this wonderful wife and 3 lovely kids, and became this family man, and was just the epitome of the perfect dream life, right? He had everything going for him. He loved people. He was successful. He cared about his family. And so the steward, the guy that was visiting them, he visited the first kid. He visited them both on the same day. And he goes in and he talks to the first kid, who's now a man, and in jail. And after talking to him, in relating the story of his father, he says, with a father like that, because he asked him, well, why did this happen? Why did you do that? he said, with a father like that, how could I have turned out any different? And so he goes to the second son, and he talks to him. He says, how did your father knocked over a liquor store and did this, and how did you end up with this lovely family and working for this company and having this successful life? And he says, with a father like that, how could I have ended up any different? And when the thing about that is, that's the difference that how you interpret events can make in your life. One brother went down this path of total destruction, viewed this event of his father, doing this thing as this is his destiny. This is what he's going. This is life is crap. I lost my father at this age. This is horrible, right? And this is just what life gives you, and you got to take what you can get. That's how he interpreted the situation. The other brother said, this is tragedy. This is horrible. I don't want to cause pain in this world. I have to use this as a warning to my life, to set an example, to go on to higher things, to really achieve, to become a better person. And that's a difference. And so what I encourage you to do is to realize that life is perhaps happening for you. It's not happening to you. If you take the approach that you're not in control and things are just happening to you, you're not going to have a lot of control over your life, and whatever happens is going to determine your life, and it's probably not going to work out the best. But if you can switch your approach and you can take the viewpoint that life is happening for you, and you can find the positive meaning in everything, and you can ask yourself certain questions about how you could reinterpret this, how you could find gratitude and find positive meaning in everything that happens, not only are you going to be happier a lot of the time, right? But you're going to impact other people. You're not going to be as self-focused, right? Because you're going to be thinking about other people. You're going to be thinking about, what does this mean in the bigger picture? And you're going to make better choices. You're going to be gaining the ability to choose, to have a lot more control over your life. Whereas if life is just happening to you, you have very little control. But if life is happening for you, and you get to interpret the meaning of the events, the events happen, that's life. But what the meaning you ascribe to those events is what really profoundly impacts your life. And if you do that, and you choose good meanings, everything can be good. Everything can be happening for you. It literally can, because you can see the good, the silver lining in everything. It doesn't mean being some kind of crazy positivity freak, but maybe it does. And maybe it's not so bad, right? Maybe it's not so bad to do that, because you're going to be happier. You're going to be a lot more of a pleasant person to be around. And this is your ultimate power in life, is to choose the meaning that you ascribe to events. That's all we have. That's what makes a difference. So anyway, I hope that you find this valuable, especially you out there, software developers, that we could become very jaded and bitter. I know this. I know it from experience, because we can get this viewpoint. We can be very so analytical, so much in our head that we lose the ability to realize the things that are more important, and to realize that we have the ability to reinterpret events, that they're not just facts and figures, that there's interpretations that can be applied to our life, to the things that happen in our lives, and that, hey, maybe there's regardless of what you believe, maybe there's a force out there that's working for your good. That life isn't just something that you have to endure, but it's something that you can enjoy. And again, I'm not saying this because I'm such a genius and I figured all this out. Like I said, I learned a lot of things the hard way. This is one of those things, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. So I hope that this benefits you in some way. And if you feel like this could impact or help someone else, share this. Help someone else out. That's my calling to you, is to help other people, because give the gifts that you've been given. So anyway, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.